Yes, may buntag, Mr. President. I'm Ethel Constantino from BTV4 here in Davao. Mr. President, I would like to know if, with your firm stand supporting the RH, in which the Catholic Church is also religiously condemning, are you not a bit scared that you will lose their support or the Catholic faithfuls in your future programs? And second, Mr. President, let me just continue with my second question. How does the issue affect you, being a Catholic faithful? Thank you.
Tinuro po ako ng eskwelahan na pinanggalingan ko sa Catholic institution na yung talaga final arbiter po yung konsensya natin. Yung hindi ko kami naghahanap ng away sa simbahan. Palagay ko nasa record naman ho, ilang beses ako nagkanyaya sa kanila para magkaroon ng diskusyon. Nagpo-focus kami kung saan ba tayo pwede magkasundo. At sa totoo lang po, sa mga bisita ko sa iba't ibang probinsya, lalo na pag nakakausap natin yung iba pang mga member ng simbahan, maliban doon sa RH, parang wala kami pinagtatalunan. At nagkakaroon ng pagkakataon, maraming pagkakataon na kung saan naibibigay sa amin ang kakulang informasyon na nangyayari sa kanilang mga parokya na pwedeng tugunan po ng Estado. Tulad ng mga issues sa flooding, yung deforestation, yung peace and order. Marami pong inilapit yung kanilang mga komunidad na napagtulungan naman po namin. At maganda po yung ugnayan. And how does it affect me as a practicing Catholic? Ulitin ko lang yung sample ko kanina. No? Hindi ako nag-exaggerate. Nung punta kami sa Paseco, meron itong babae na katabi niya yung kanyang sanggol. Tapos imbis na yung natural na kadalasan nakikita natin puro ngiti, yung nanay na nakapanganak. Ito po parang lahat ng lungkot, lahat ng sama ng loob nakapinta sa kanyang mukha. At hindi ko na ho gustong disturboin dahil sabi ko baka kakatapos na ng panganak. Nilapitan po ni Dinky Soliman, sekretary natin ng DSWD, at tinanong. At ang unang tanong niya, kamusta na? Yung pangalawa, ilang taon ka na? Doon ko nalaman na 16 na taon. Tapos, pinadala ng social worker at kinalabasan yung asawa ay 17 o 18 anyos ng panahon na yun. At hindi pala unang anak, pangalawa na. So, pwede bang wala akong nakita? Pwede ba akong wala lang sasabihin? Pwede bang wala akong narinig? Hindi ko pwedeng ignore. Meron talaga ganito sitwasyon. Hindi ko lang, no? Ano ba sinasabi namin? Palagay ko compatible sa akin pananampalataya. Meron tayong free will. Kailangan i-educate lahat ng mga magulang na meron silang responsibilidad sa mga anak na dadalhin din sa mundo. Kung tungo doon, tulungan ng Estado. Kaya minumukaya rin namin, meron ka na nga yung pinatawag modern method sa family planning. Pero magtatayo rin tayo ng clinics at minumukaya namin sa Kongreso na mag-e-espouse ng natural family planning. Basta tutulong mo nito, may dadali ka anak sa mundo, ikaw ang magulang, alam mo kakayahan mo, alam mo kakulangan nyo, kailangan planuhin nyo yung pamilya nyo kung paano iiwan natin doon sa mag-asawa.
Okay. Next question from Jeffrey Alupas. Yes, sir.
Good umaga po. This pertains to the fiasco involving the Bureau of Customs recently. In the story I wrote for the Philippine Daily Inquirer, it indicates that allegedly corruption is already embedded at the Bureau of Customs. Sir, the People Power for Reform volunteers already submitted to you a letter asking you to reactivate that formula by the BOC. It's called Designated Examination Area, and to replicate it in all parts of the country to curb corruption. Of course, your government sits on a platform of anti-corruption agenda. Your comment on this, sir?
Alam mo niyo, just to give you an idea, no? We receive something like 50,000 pieces of correspondence per month. We don't have 50,000 people in the bureaucracy in Malacanang to handle all of this. We're trying to speed up the process. That, of course, does not include yung social networking sites like Facebook, Twitter, tapos ewan na rin yung volume ng email, and we're trying to digest all of that. Yung customs, we are constantly viewing the performance. I was talking to Secretary of Finance sa Purisima yesterday, and if you just look at the raw data, yung collections sila have really increased. But I'm not satisfied. No, yung here in Mindanao, karoon tayo ng issue doon sa mga sasakyan at mga motorsiklo na noong unang statement galing sa customs, hindi nila malaman kung paano dumating dito. Siyempre, sila taga-bantay ng ating ipagpasok nitong mga produkto nito. Bakit hindi nila alam kung ano nangyari? Even after the event. Bakit kailangan bang banyaga ang nagsasabi sa atin sa mga krimen na tila nangyari dito sa atin? Hindi naman pinipre-judge. So, we have been discussing steps that are supposed to improve the customs service. Yung expect us perhaps in about 2 months to make known the changes that will be wrong.
Edith Regalado from Philippines.
Morning po, sir. First question is, what do you think is the strongest point of your government of almost a year already after you assumed office, and which area do you think should need more improvement? And the second question is, yesterday Phoenix Petroleum filed a case against Alvarez for libel, grave misconduct, and grave abuse of authority because of the supposedly report that he announced last May 5 regarding the 5 billion smuggling case. But apparently, Phoenix fights back and there was no such report, and that's why the case was filed yesterday to Ombudsman. Any comment on it po?
O yung sa achievements, no? Yung talagang i-highlight ko lang, like the Santana Hospital that we inaugurated, at least in the 6th floor yesterday. Di ba tama nga, at experience ko na rin yan. Nausap pong gobyerno, parating walang kakayahan. At palagi ko yun ang greatest achievement natin dito. Mas maayos yung palakad ng ating pamamahala, kaya naman po ang daming kakayahan ng gobyerno na ibalik na. For instance, nireport ng DA kamakailan, halos 15% increase in the rice harvest. Ngayon po, pwede na tayo maharap na by 2013 at the latest, self-sufficient na tayo sa rice. Kaba ever ka nag-isip na aabot tayo self-sufficient sa rice. DPWH, isa sa pinaka-corrupt agency na perception ng tao, nakasave na ng 1.3 billion currently. They project a total of 6 to 7 billion in savings by the end of this year. Paano na nagawa yan? Doing things better and correctly. For instance, nakwento ko sa inyo yung utilizing indigenous technology in cocoa pie, the replacement of cementos snow protection. We will save between 500 to 800 million. No, I'm sorry. Let me correct that. We will save between 2.2 to 2.5 billion. We will spend 500 to 800 million to do the same thing that has been done before. Marami yung ano pa ba sa kakayahan. I think for about 1 billion or 2 billion, we will have rehabilitated PNR from NCR to the end of Bicol. Well, almost the end of Bicol, at least Legazpi. Yung maabot tayo ng bukas para sabihin sila kung lahat na nangyari. Bottom line, di ba? Hindi ko sasabihin perfecto. Pero pati armed forces natin, isipin mo yung, di ba, awang-awa tayo sa Navy for instance, babantay ka ng 36,000 nautical miles. Meron ka 132 ships, kalahati lang ang tumatakbo, karamihan pa sa kala World War II. O magkakaroon na, nasa atin na po yung Hamilton class Coast Guard cutter ng Amerika. We will spend about 400 million for that. That is to equip it with what we need and to train our personnel. By August, it will be patrolling our waters. There are a lot more watercrafts that are available. There are several choppers that are already in the process of being bought. We are refurbishing 8 of our UE fleet. Yung ulit-ulitin ko lang, no? Ang pinaka-kahinaan naman natin, yung messaging. Yung pollution, for instance. Nagulat ako isang araw sa Metro Manila at sasabihin naman na anecdotal. Napatingin ako doon sa buwan, una full moon. Baka naman nakita mo yung features, yung hindi hazy, hindi yung buwan may brownish tinge. No? Kasi pag umaga, alis ka, sakay ka na ng plano, makampanya ng dalawang kilometer mo ko. 6 o'clock na umaga, may haze na. Dito, di ba? 90 ang standard ng UN, 166 ang dinatnan ko. Naging 120. So, reduction, 40. Ang natira sa kailangan bawiin, 30. Yung natira, mas konti na doon sa nagawa na natin dyan. So, pero again, for whatever reason, di ba, pag tayo nanood ng news, nasa radyaryo, nakinig ng radyo, parang wala kaming ginawa. Parang walang nagbabago, parang walang maayos, di ba? Puro yung negative ang napapayaran. So, parang kailangan namin ma-improve. Yung patungo tayo sa solusyon, mas mabilis kung nagsasama-sama tayo lahat. Pero kung hindi nalalaman ng tao, kung paano sila makakatulong, kung ano ba yung modus, paano naman sila tutulong sa atin dito. Yung pangalawa, sorry, what was the second question?